Hi friends, this year there are 9 major income tax return related changes for individuals. For example, if your long-term capital gain is less than 1.25 lakhs, you can use ITR form 1. Until last year, you could not use ITR form number 1. Now in this video, I'm not going to walk you through all these 9 changes because every year there are changes in income tax returns. My intent here is that you should file your income tax returns correctly. You should not make any mistakes, because if you make any mistakes in your income tax returns, then under section 139(9) there is something called as defective ITR income tax returns. Means if you make a mistake in your income tax returns, you are likely to get a income tax notice under section 139(9). Therefore, it becomes extremely important for you to make sure you are filing your income tax returns correctly. Now, people make a lot of mistakes while filing their income tax returns, but broadly I classify them into 5 categories. Let me run you through these categories. Number 1 is that people end up selecting wrong ITR form. They should be selecting ITR form 1, but they end up selecting ITR form 2 because there are a lot of conditions under which you need to select the right ITR form. Number 2, when people have multiple income sources, for example, they have profits coming from stocks or mutual funds, or maybe dividend income, or maybe interest income, they are not able to calculate their exact income looking at all the income sources. Mistake number 3 is that if you're doing any freelancing work, for example, if you're providing any consultancy services, or if you are, let's say, doing some editing services, you must calculate returns using that as a business income, not a salary income. A lot of people make mistakes in that. Number 4, which is very common, that if you're using multiple demat accounts for trading or investments, you need to calculate your capital gains properly. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake in your returns. And the problem with multiple demat accounts is that it will become very cumbersome to calculate short-term capital gains, long-term capital gains at aggregate level. And number 5 is people also end up selecting the wrong income tax regime, whether old tax regime or new tax regime. People do not know how to go about optimizing their tax returns while selecting the right tax regime for them. So the point is that there is so much of complexity in calculating our income tax returns because of various conditions. To be honest, when I was in UK for almost 10 to 12 years, I used to file my tax returns very straightforward process there, because there are no ITR form 1, 2, 3, 4 there. As soon as you enter your details correctly, the portal itself will tell you how much tax you owe. So how to go about filing income tax returns correctly? In this video, I am going to show you so that 80 to 90% of your income tax return calculations are all automated. I'm going to use ClearTax platform to file the returns. We'll show you what the advantages of these platform are. And if you find it useful, you can start using ClearTax. So let's start the process. I'm going to ClearTax website. If you want to follow along, you will find the link of ClearTax in the description or in the pinned comments. First thing we will do is click on login or sign up button here. You can log in or sign up using your Google account, or you can set up your password. Very standard process. You enter your email, password, and you log in. Once you log in, here you will see 3 main steps, right? You are not being shown here whether you need to select ITR form 1, 2, 3 form, because hundreds of conditions exist for you to select ITR form. Here it is relying on information that you provide. Once you provide the information, towards the end of the process, I will show you how ClearTax automatically is able to select your ITR form that is applicable to you. So here the first step is to really link the PAN. Why are we linking the PAN? Because the moment we provide our PAN card number and date of birth, ClearTax will link this return to your record set up in the income tax e-file. So we need to link it. How do we link it? Simply what we are going to do is we are going to enter our PAN card number and date of birth. But before we do that, we need to also authenticate. But in order to link our income tax return, you have to authenticate, of course. So for that, there are 2 options. Either you can use your mobile number that you've given to IT department, and second option is that you can use Aadhaar registered mobile number. So I'm going to use Aadhaar registered mobile number here. So click on that. So once you enter PAN card details, date of birth, and you get your OTP. As soon as you get your OTP, you enter that OTP here and you verify. This is the process of linking the return that we are filing now with your records kept in the income tax department e-file. Now, once this process is done, what we need to do is you will see an option of uploading the form 16 here. Here, you will get your form 16 from your employer. So for example, if you had 3 jobs in a particular year, you will have 3 form 16. You can upload multiple form 16s here. So you can go ahead and simply upload these forms. As soon as you upload form 16, what happens is that 80 to 90% of your information here is pre-filled using your Form 16. This is a big advantage. Here you're not manually entering your details. For example, your personal details are pre-filled here, your address is pre-filled here, your bank account details for tax refunds, etc. pre-filled here. All your salaries are also pre-filled here, looking at multiple employers. Also, more importantly, here your salaries are categorized under the right income tax sections. For example, section 17(1). It shows you all your basic salary, your bonuses, etc. Section 17(2). It clubs all your travel expenses, medical expenses in this section 17(2). Section 17(3), you have any of the termination or your leaving bonuses, etc. all under section 17(3). So what ClearTax is doing is that it is categorizing all your salaries properly under the right sections automatically. If you scroll further down, you will also see that all your tax deductions, if you are in old regime, are automatically fetched here using your Form 16. So you don't need to worry about any deductions here because it is already taking it directly from your Form 16. If you scroll further down, you will see that it is going to show you any taxes that you've already paid. So for example, if any advanced taxes you've paid, those will be visible here. Any TDS that has been deducted by, for example, let's say a bank on your FD's interest, that also will be visible to you. So likewise, 80 to 90% of your information is pre-filled. You can go and verify it. And once you're happy with that, you simply press on continue to e-file. After clicking on continue to e-file, you will come to this screen, which is now income sources, which is the most important one. And this is where I think the maximum value is delivered by ClearTax platform. Here you will see income sources. So for example, you will see here salary income. So all your salary income will be pre-filled here from Form 16. Very, very easy. Now the next one is interest income. All your interest income that has been declared to income tax department will automatically come here. No problem whatsoever. But in case if there was a, let's say, FD interest income coming from a bank, and the bank did not deduct the TDS because it was below the TDS limit, you can go ahead and manually enter those details here. You would know that from your bank statement. That's very, very easy process as well. Now comes the most important part, which is the gains from stocks, mutual funds, FNO and others. If you are an investor or a trader, this section is going to be extremely important for you. So let me walk you through this. So when you click on add details, what you will see is that a lot of sections come here which are related to the capital gain or business income. For example, any income that you might have earned from stocks and mutual funds, or from your US stocks, or for example, selling a property, which also comes under capital gain tax, or things like bonds and debentures. So there are different sections because the capital gain requirements for these sections could be very, very different, right? So let's click on stocks and mutual funds. And the moment you do that, what you see is that majority of the brokers or the demat accounts come here. So for example, let's say Zerodha, Upstocks, Grow, all of that come here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to import our capital gain taxes automatically without even entering any single piece of data here, right? Let's say for example, you have a demat account with Grow. So let's click on Grow here. And what you would note here is that you will have two options. One is you can log in and import directly by logging into Grow's demat account, or you can upload the manual P&L file as well, right? So let's say that you want to do automatic login and import process. So click on login and import. It will then ask you to enter your Grow's user ID and password. You enter that. It will ask you to enter your Grow's PIN. You enter the PIN as well. And the moment you do that, automatically it will pull out all your capital gain related calculations. So for example, if you did any intraday trading using Grow, it will show you how much was gain or losses. It will bring all the FNO trading data here. It will bring all the dividends here as well. Once you click on continue, all your long-term capital gain taxes or short-term capital gain taxes or your intraday income will be visible to you here. Now, please note very, very important point here. FNO income. All your FNO income is classified under business income. It's not classified under short-term capital gain taxes. Many investors make this mistake. Here, we are able to avoid all of those mistakes. And more importantly, we are able to import all of this data automatically. Now, if you have multiple demat accounts, for example, let's say you have another demat account, let's say from Zerodha. What you can do is click on Zerodha here and you will see this screen here. With Zerodha, as of now, at the time of recording this video, ClearTax do not have a direct integration. So what you will have to do is you will have to go to Zerodha. For example, let's say log into Zerodha here. And once you log in, you go to reports section. Here under reports, you will see tax P&L. You click on that. Now here you select the right financial year. and what you do is you download your P&L report. Once you download this P&L report, you go back to ClearTax and simply select Zerodha, browse the files, and you upload the P&L statement that you downloaded from Zerodha. Once you do that, what it will do is it will automatically calculate your capital gain taxes or your intraday trading income, whatever is applicable as per your Zerodha's Demat account activities. It will bring you that summary here. In fact, you can also view the entry level details here. So if you click on view entry details, it will show you transaction by transaction how it has pulled out all the data. Once you're happy with that, you can just click on continue. And once you click on continue, here it is clubbing all your income together and calculating your long-term capital gain taxes or your short-term capital gain taxes or your intraday income or your F&O income properly at an aggregate level. Extremely important point again. In my view, this is the maximum value ClearTax is providing here because it is not only automating everything, it is also aggregating and calculating your returns at an aggregate level. Also, one important point here that I would like to mention is that if you go to your F&O income, it is classified as business income as I stated earlier. So if you click on the view details here, what you can do is here you will see all your, for example, income details, how much of income you earned through F&O, right? Also, if you scroll down, you will see expenses section here. What does this mean? For example, if you have incurred any expenses while conducting the F&O activities, maybe you would have taken some consultancy, maybe you have taken some courses, maybe you have an office space, maybe you've hired few people to do F&O activities for you, depending on the scale at which you operate. You can enter your expenses in the other broking expenses here. What it will do is it will calculate your expenses as well, and it will automatically adjust your tax. Of course, if there are expenses, your taxes will come down. Why? Because your profit will also come down because you're now filing expenses as well. So please make sure you do this step as well. You are likely to save some tax if you have some legitimate expenses. And this way you can automatically import all your investment and trading expenses, income, and ClearTax will automatically calculate your returns so that you're not worrying about any of these calculations. After completing gains from stocks mutual funds section, now let's move to rental income or house property. So if you're having any rental income from your properties, or even if you're not having rental income and you're living in your own house that you own, you have to fill out this section, right? So let's click on it and you will note that if you are occupying your own property, you're living in your own house, you can enter that under self-occupied property section here. You can enter any loans, etc. that you have availed. All of that information will come here. And if you have given any properties on rent, then you can fill out this section, which is properties you have given on rent, and you can declare that income. ClearTax will automatically calculate your taxes. After rental income comes the dividend income. So if you have already uploaded your P&L statement using the Demat accounts we talked about earlier section, then all your dividend income will automatically come here. You can go and verify it. Next one comes professional, freelancing, and business income. So for example, if you had any F&O income, that will automatically come here if you have done the Demat account uploads that we talked about in the earlier section, because F&O income is classified as business income. But in addition to that, if you have any professional or freelancing income, you can declare it here. So when you click on add details, you will see that there are various sections here. If your professional income is less than 75 lakhs, then you can use the first section here. And when you click on add details, you can enter details such as what was your profession and how much of money you earned using that profession. All of that information, also expenses if you incurred any, you can declare all of that so that ClearTax can automatically calculate your returns. Of course, if you do not have any professional and freelancing income, then you can move to the next sections. For example, crypto income. So very much similar to how we saw automation in the stocks and mutual funds and F&O, you can also automatically import your crypto gains. Very, very easy. Click on add details here, and very much similar to what we saw earlier. Here you will see majority of the mainstream crypto platform. For example, Binance is there. For example, CoinDCX is there. All these platforms are listed here. You can click on it and simply follow the process, and ClearTax will automatically import all your crypto gains, and it will be included in your returns. If you do not see a particular crypto platform listed here, you can actually manually add that here. Not a problem. Easily go and manually add your crypto gains. Lastly, if you have any online gaming income, etc., you can declare here in this section. which is exempt online gaming and other income. Once you're happy with all your income sources, you move to next step, which is tax savings. When you click on tax savings, it will bring you all your deductions that it will fetch automatically from your Form 16. So if you are in old regime and if you had any tax deductions, it will all naturally come here. And if you click on add details, it will allow you to add any other tax deduction. For example, let's say you made a donation to a charity, and if you want to take tax benefit out of it, what you can do is click on add details and come down. You will see donations here. You enter that amount here and ClearTax will automatically calculate your returns so that you can save some tax on your donations. Once you're happy with all your tax deductions, you simply press on the next step, and here comes the final screen, which is the tax summary. What it is showing you is all your summary. For example, your gross income, how much tax you saved, how much was your taxable income, how much was your tax liability, out of which how much tax you already paid using your advanced tax payments or your TDS, etc. And finally, it will show you if there is any refund that you are eligible for or whether you need to pay any additional tax. That will come here. If you scroll down, what you will note here is that it has automatically selected your ITR form depending on your income sources that you have filled in. And this is what I was talking about in the beginning, that you do not need to select your ITR form. Based on your inputs, it will automatically select your ITR form. It will also show you which is the better tax regime for you depending on the information that you have supplied, whether old tax regime will save you more tax or whether new tax regime will save you more tax. So it will automatically select that as well for you. If you further scroll down, you will also see your total tax liability broken down, how it has actually calculated taxes. For example, how much tax came out from the fixed rate slab, etc. It will give you all the complete breakdown. If you click on fixed rate tax, it will also show you how much of carry forward losses you are carrying forward. This is again an important point here, because in this example here, there is a refund. So therefore, there is a possibility that you might be able to carry forward some losses from, let's say, stocks or intraday trading or whatever, that you can use next years as well, so that your returns are optimized, your tax can be saved. Once you're happy with your tax summary, you can click on file now and move to next step. Now, before you can submit your returns, ClearTax will show you how much charges ClearTax is going to charge you now for the service that they are providing you. The charges will vary from person to person and the complexity of your income tax returns, but their plan starts from as low as $199 excluding GST. So this time, no headache while filing your income tax returns. You can file your income tax returns with such a ease using ClearTax. You'll find the link of ClearTax in the description and in the pinned comments. More importantly, if you use my coupon code, you are going to get additional 10% discount. You click on this checkbox, you submit your return, and then you move to the final step, which is the e-verification process. Once you complete your e-verification, your tax return is 100% complete. Your tax return has been filed. So in this video, I explained to you the value ClearTax brings to you in terms of automating your income tax return calculation so that you do not make any mistakes while filing income tax returns. So this year, if you do not want any headaches, you can use ClearTax. The link is in the description and in the pinned comments. If you like this video, request you to like the video, share it with your friends so that they can also learn how to go about simply filing returns using the ClearTax platform. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, keep rocking.